Now, I wanted to dive into a big question everyone has. A lot of people, this devastation of the storm left many homeless.
Yes.
And a lot are wondering, where's my FEMA trailer? It's not that simple. Let's talk about the housing options you have.
Let me tell you about the process. We knew when we got on the ground here that housing was going to be the biggest factor. And so we worked very closely with the state and with the local officials to come up with a task force, a housing task force. And that task force, in that process, we let them know exactly what types of options are available to their communities. And then the state and the local officials work through those options and figure out what will best suit the folks within their communities, and also how they want their communities to look in the long run. So we look at the initial thing is to try to provide assistance for repairs to your home, so that if you're able to repair your home and live in your home and stay in your community, that is the first thing we look at. We then look at rental assistance in the communities. What is left available? We want to keep the economic losses as low as possible, and this is a way for us to feed back into the economic development of these communities. We want to keep people in the communities by doing this. Now, that is really the second option. Then we look at other things, such as our transitional sheltering assistance program, so that if you had insurance, but your insurance doesn't cover you to be able to find a place to stay temporarily, that's safe and secure and environment, then we might be able to assist you temporarily with some type of transitional sheltering assistance. It's a program that we have that's worked with hotels and motels that are participating, where we provide the funding directly to them, and you don't have a voucher or anything else. We let you know that you're eligible for that program, and then we provide you with information as to where you can go to look up the different hotels and motels in the area.
Go ahead.
Then we get to this is a long process. It's a multifaceted process. So then we get looking at other options, which we have one that's a multifamily lease and restoration program, where you can go in, and if somebody has a property, say an apartment building or a duplex or something that is somewhat damaged, we can come in and help them do those repairs so that they can make it eligible and viable for someone in the community to be able to live in. Then, as last resort, we look at bringing in mobile units, whether it's trailers, RVs, mobile housing units. That is the last thing, because that does not help in the economic development of these communities.
It's funny you say that, because people think that's the first step.
It is.
It's good that you cleared that up.
And they think all these white mobile homes or white RVs are in a caravan coming on I-10 or from the north in here to rescue everybody. But I guess to take away from this, what you're really trying to do is to keep people in our community, but also the people that have a resource to provide in this community. You're trying to pay those people versus bringing in outside vendors that they're going to come and they're going to leave pretty soon.
That's right. That's right. And we want to keep people in these communities, and so this isn't indeed an option for folks. But again, we want to make sure that they understand not everyone is going to get a trailer. That is not going to happen. We've worked with the local communities to find viable options, whether it's a park that they can put a community units in, or whether it's back onto the pads of the homeowners. But again, you do not need to do anything differently. If you've registered with us and you've told us what your living situation is, if you are not able to inhabit your home because of the conditions of it, that goes into our system immediately. So we will reach back out to you if indeed we find that you are eligible for that type of a housing assistance program.